Okay, take two. Uh, just finished a push workout. Um, so I'm just on the bike now, just getting the cardio in. So it was chest, shoulders, and triceps. So started off with your kind of compound movement, which was today it was a dumbbell incline press. So I usually do flat. I'm really trying to build that up. Most I've done so far in flat was I think it was at 45 kilograms for 45 kilogram dumbbells for like 4 sets of 12. I was trying to work up to the 50s, and then I started traveling and I'm building it back up. So um, I did incline there because I kind of had issues with my shoulder, but starting to feel better. Fingers crossed, because sometimes it feels good, that way where it like feels good, and then you go back to it and then you regret doing it. But luckily, it wasn't too bad. We'll see. We'll see how we feel tomorrow, and take it from there. But yeah, start traveling, and I was in Vietnam. Like the Tefl. They teach English as a foreign language, so it's a good way to travel because obviously you're still earning an income, and it's good to really. I think it's actually really good to immerse yourself in that type of culture because um, whenever some people travel, and they save up money, they might find a group to hang about with that are also foreigners like them, or uh, they'll talk to some of the locals a little bit. But whenever you're working and teaching English in these types of countries, you get to know the people because you're working with them for X amount of hours per day, X amount of days per week, you know. So it's quite cool. I was in Vietnam for 5 weeks. That was from October around Halloween, around 5 weeks. It was pretty good. Vietnam's a good country, good people. But currently in Thailand, I've been here for the past 3 weeks. So far, I do kind of like Thailand better. I think it's just because it's a bit more fun, and it kind of shows that in the numbers with the tourism and people visiting the country. But yeah, currently in Thailand, Cavan Barbell, cavanbarbell.com. Check out. I've actually currently got a sale on, so for my clients, we do online coaching, personal training, and like training programs, nutrition programs, things like that. So that's around £45 per month, which is quite cheap. I mean, it's like $50 for the month, and that's like we usually exchange WhatsApp. We can text every day, every other day, check in. I don't just check in once a month or something, to kind of check up on you or any questions you've got, any question regarding fitness, training, nutrition. That's what you're paying for. So because it's online, a lot of clients send their training videos over to me, and I can check out their technique, see if it's good. I used to do Olympic weightlifting, so I'm 25, and this was 10 years ago. I started lifting weights, and it was originally Olympic weightlifting. Actually, that's actually where I started. It's my origin story, if you like. Because I'd say my biggest motivation was probably my father, because I used to see him lift weights quite a lot growing up, and then started getting me doing like push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, kind of, because the kind of philosophy was before you start lifting weights, you kind of need to master your own body weight first. So that's where you start off with the push-ups and the pull-ups and sit-ups and body weight squats, martial arts, whatever, taekwondo, boxing, really good foundation. And then Olympic weightlifting, they got you to do it right because it was all about technique. So they are really good. I mean, there was like 14-year-olds squatting something fucking crazy, like 200 kilograms. It's absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. And majority of that is just technique. Obviously, it's strength and skill and hard work, and they've mastered it for years. A lot of these boys that are really into it, they start from like 8 years old or something. So it's proper hardcore. It's no joke. So um, started off doing that. Got really strong. I think my numbers when I was like 16 or 17. I was like your typical kind of skinny boy. You know, a bit self-conscious, really lean. Wanted to get bigger because I was strong. I was deadlifting like double my body weight at the time. Granted, didn't weigh much, but um, the numbers really went up. And yeah, I got really strong. And then I thought, I kind of want to look strong. I don't just want to be strong. I kind of want to look strong, you know. And that's when I found bodybuilding and started training from around 18, 19, just lifting weights. Kind of started doing bodybuilding kind of stuff, you know, 3 sets of 10, 4 sets of 10. Started doing machines and free weights and all that new stuff. It was all new to me. And then got really into it. Started really getting into it about 22, I'd say. Because whenever you grow up when you're young, you get stronger just looking at the weights. You literally just, it's like newbie gains. It's just you just walk in and you just keep getting stronger every week. And then from around 22, got myself a coach. Started taking bodybuilding a bit more seriously, even just keeping fit in the gym. Weightlifting really, yeah. And all that type of stuff. So 25 now. Like I said, I was in Vietnam teaching English, which was good. I'm in Thailand. Been training people the past few years now, personal training as well. On the side, it's more like a side hustle, but I'm trying to make it into a full-time hustle. So that's with the online, you know, developing the website, like I said, cavanbarbell.com. And then I've got my Instagram, my TikTok, my YouTube. This will be going on YouTube, and then I might share it on other platforms. It's all just under Cavan Barbell. The name's Irish, in case you didn't know. Cavan. It's an Irish, it's a county in Ireland. So that's a bit about me. Like I said, I did a push day today, so chest, shoulders, triceps. Started off with the compound exercise, you know. So that was, like I said, trying out the shoulder. Felt good. Nothing too heavy. I did sets of 15. Maybe like the 30s, 32s or something. 4 sets and then a drop set. And then I did a machine press kind of decline. Like, you know, you sit in the chair and you can choose like the height. So if you put the height down, it's like an incline because the bar, the grip handle's there. But you're putting the seat down so it's closer to your clavicle. It's more like an incline. Those types of machines. So the seat was a bit up to really focus on the kind of middle lower part. Because I already did the upper at the start, the slight incline. And then we've done the shoulders, nothing too hardcore, just lateral raises. That lateral raise machine where they have like it's the pin loaded one, you know, the wee pin you put in, and it's like they have like the pads here. You kind of lift it like that. That's really good. I really like that one. Sets of like 50 to 20. Don't know how many sets. They're quite a lot of sets, just a lot of volume, breaking the muscle down. Maybe like a set or two at the end of dumbbell laterals. And then finished on triceps, which was rope extensions. I'll put together like a quick clip on like TikTok and Instagram Reels and YouTube Short of it all together. It's like a 10, 15-second clip or something, I don't know, altogether. But yeah, that's really what I did. And then finishing on the cardio. You gotta get your cardio in, guys. That's really important. Mitigates a lot of factors like your cholesterol. So you have like your LDL, HDL, which is like your good cholesterol and your bad cholesterol. And if anyone's ever had like their blood work done, there's like a ratio for it, and you find out which is kind of higher, and you always want your good cholesterol higher than your low cholesterol. So cardio is good for that. It's good for your cardiovascular system, which is connected to your cholesterol. So it's good for your heart, good for your cardiovascular system, good for your cholesterol. Um, Overall, good health, feel good. You know, we can go into the whole like mental side and you feel great after it, but that's just exercise in general. To be honest, like you feel great after exercise, whatever it is, if it's weights or running or cardio machines, whatever it is. Um, so that was push day today. I'll put the clips up on my social media soon, and then I'll edit it. If there's any kind of IT whiz kids out there, feel free to get in touch or comment or whatever, because I'm still finding my way around the editing side of things. Because, like I said, I've been personal training for a while. I'm quite experienced in that arena, but the whole online thing, um, developing my website, still a work in progress, and also the editing side of things. If I'm doing like a long YouTube video, because so far all I'm doing is recording it on my phone. It's an Android. It's like a Google Pixel 4a. It's not really a fancy phone. Some say they all do the same, but obviously some are better than others. You know, some camera quality, maybe get a GoPro, or maybe a good investment. You know, because it can be a bit irritating sometimes. I think I did my first video, which was how to bulk, and I had to do that a few times because, like I said, I'm in Thailand right now and it's like 33 degrees, and um, the phone just overheats. It just overheats, you know, so you can't really have it out in the sun for too long or the heat for too long, because the phone's just gonna, I'm sure most phones are like that. You know, no camera in the sun. I think that's kind of basic knowledge you kind of need to get there. But yeah, I also uploaded like a chest press tip. I'm going to upload that where you always want to keep your elbows tucked in to protect your chest and your shoulder. You don't want to flare them out. You're at a greater risk of injury with your pec tears and your shoulder injuries, and you just don't want to go there. You know, you want to keep it simple, keep it safe. Train smarter, not harder. That's what they say. So you want to make sure you do that. That's why I personally do dumbbells over barbells for chest now, because I'm over it. I think I worked up to like a few years ago. It's been years now since I've touched barbell. It was like 100 kilograms for sets of 10 or 12. I was kind of happy at the time with that. I am stronger now, but I do focus on dumbbells. I just think it's safer. Pros versus cons, isn't it? It's just dumbbells, better stretch on the chest, safer for the shoulders, sorts out imbalances, okay, each arm, you know, and that's where recording your progress comes into play, because, I mean, I'm guilty of it too. You think your form, you know, your technique is perfect, you think it's down to a T, and then whenever you work in with someone or you film it, you look back and it's like, what the fuck, there's like one arm here and one arm there. No wonder I've got a messed up, scrunched up shoulder, because your technique's off. Technique first, and then the weight will come. I remember my weightlifting coach years ago saying, whenever you're lifting a weight and you need to get under the bar, especially like a squat, you know, deadlift, something really heavy, you really need to keep your whole body solid, your core. You need to be like a brick in a wall with structural integrity. Because if a brick wasn't solid under a wall, it would just collapse, you know? So that's like your body with the bar. If your body isn't solid and you're not really tightening your core and focusing on what you should be doing, you'll just collapse and you'll either injure yourself or something will go wrong. And that's the other thing when we're going to talk about injury now is that leave your ego at the door. A lot of injuries caused from people just going too heavy, man. You know, just going too heavy. They don't record the progress. They don't know their technique. They haven't had their coach tell them the right things to do, or they haven't learned it. They haven't nailed the technique, and they injure themselves. Or you get guys that they do, everyone wants a big bench press. Every guy, he's working up a big bench press, and he usually trains sets of 8 to 12, and he goes for a big heavy 1 rep max. He tears his pec because he's been training like this. He's not been slowing down. You need to slow down the eccentric portion of the movement, which is the negative. That's the most important part. That's the one that builds the most growth. So you're supposed to go down nice and slow and explode up. A lot of these guys do the opposite. They go down fast and they bounce off their chest, and it's slow all the way up because it's at their ego. They want to just focus on lifting heavy. They're not actually building as much muscle as they could. So the negative is super important in building muscle, even just to prevent the injury. And then going slow, if you start training like that, it'll actually make your tendons and your ligaments a lot stronger too, along with the muscle, and that will prevent injury too. So yeah, lots of reasons for injury. It could be incorrect technique, bouncing it off the chest or bouncing the squat or whatever movement you're doing, ego, lifting too heavy. The majority of injuries, they can be more difficult. It's like saying a carb isn't just a carb, right? Because there's loads of different carbs. You've got your sucrose, glucose, fructose. Some carbs are like oats, slow releasing carbs. If you have 200 grams of that versus 200 grams of sucrose carbs at Coca-Cola, you've still had 200 grams of carbs, but it's different. And a lot of the sucrose ones will be stored as fat versus the 200 grams of the oats will be a lot healthier and used as energy. So that's why if it fits your macros is a bunch of bullshit, because if it fits your macros, that's just protein, carbs and fats, but the fats could be saturated in McDonald's chips fat versus peanut and olive oil, unsaturated healthy fats. Same with the carbs. Even protein, your soy protein and your vegan protein isn't as potent or as strong as the whey protein, the meat protein. Even that, studies have shown there's way more, what's the word? It gets absorbed more and it's more efficient with the muscle, with those types of protein versus the soy and the vegan, So it's all quite interesting. Like I got off on a tangent there, right? Because I'm talking about injury and now nutrition, right? So injury. The main thing is just like tightness versus tightness or weakness. It's the main thing. So a lot of guys don't stretch or foam roll or massage or go for a sauna where it will relax your muscle, which is like heat therapy. That's why hot and cold's good. Sometimes after a gym session, if you have access to it, sauna and a cold shower. Nipping between the two is great. It's really good for your central nervous system as well. So I would definitely do that if you have access to it. Or I'm in Thailand, so a traditional Thai massage, shoulders and the back and the chest, the quads, everything. It's great because what it does is when you're talking about massage, whether it's foam roll massage, those massage guns too, it forces the tension out of the muscle because the muscle's so tight, it starts to pull. Like say your triceps are tight, it starts to pull on your elbow tendon, and then you have elbow pain and you're like, what the hell is going on? And I'm trying to do this for it and that for it. Just massage it, man. Even if you can't afford a massage gun or a massage or sauna treatment or whatever, these are free. Your hands, man, dig into the pain. Really try and, it is painful, but you will be forcing the tension out of the muscle, and that will help it. And then, have you ever had those things where your muscle kind of shudders, kind of shakes a bit? That's probably the tension leaving the body. If you've ever had that after a massage, that means it's a good job done, so you know the tension is leaving the body. So yeah, that's the main thing with injury, and then obviously how to prevent it. Like I said, make sure you're going slow on the negative, the eccentric rep. Okay, and then obviously the positive or the concentric, contracting. That's that. That's that part. Um, you want to make sure you're really focusing on your technique. Okay, technique trumps all. Technique, and then you worry about the weight. Get your technique down. And we're talking about weightlifting. Each exercise, there is a way to do it. Um, and yeah, take it from there. So yeah, prevent injury, like I said. Control your exercises. Make sure you're doing them right. Your treatments, massage gun, even your hands, sauna, massage gun. That'll all be really good. That'll all prevent the injury and keep it up. Um, and there's even foods, supplements, turmeric and loads of other types of fruits and veg and food. It's anti-inflammatory and all that type of stuff is pretty cool. Um, so yeah, um, so that's what I've done today. Push day, great workout. Yeah, like I said, currently got a sale on. Hit me up. Yeah, so website is live. I'm still kind of developing it a little. My contact information is on there, or I can just tell you right now. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Cavan Barbell, or I think my email is on there too. Cavan Bolland, 2 L's, cavanbolland@gmail.com. Hit me up. We can chat together. We can get a wee phone call. We can discuss your goals. We can get it going. Kind of tight for spaces, so that's why I'm doing a deal, because you've got obviously the whole kind of, you know what it's like, January 1st, a lot more people are going to the gym. New year, new me, all that type of stuff. So that's why I'm doing a sale, because I reckon it'll be quite busy with all that. So yeah, keep in touch. Appreciate watching the video. Like, subscribe, turn on post notification bell if you can. If you even know how to do that, I don't know. Yeah, thanks for watching.